What is going on, all you amazing viewers to play later? How we doing today? Whoo, today is going to be a little different. Itty bitty bit, a little different. As you know by that thumbnail, everything else you clicked on to get here today, we're going to talk about my 2,000 point Stormlance Space Wolf Force for now. I'm sure there's going to be changes, but before we get too much further into this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time it is when you are watching this video right here. Hopefully I can bring a little bit of enjoyment into your life. Maybe your day is going a little bad. I don't know. Let's perk it up. Let's turn it around. Let's have some fun. But you know how we do things here on the channel. Before we can play and have a great time, we have to get the adulting out of the way. So first up is a word from our unofficial sponsor.
So there I was, 23 years old, prime of my life. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and my hair was thinning. It was all falling out. It wasn't until I discovered this one solution that changed everything. My first initial thought was, it's gotta be genetics, right? It's not my fault, this is genetic. Go and find out. I'm not the only one dealing with thinning hair and confidence issues. And it was nuts because we started to change everything in our routine.
We started looking at what we were putting in our bodies, what we were eating, how much water we were intaking, and then we started working out and taking care of ourselves, but still something was missing.
But also what we put on our body is drastically important to our skin and hair health. So we ditched all of those chemical filled products. We started using healthy, organic ingredients and took it upon myself to start creating these organic ingredient products to help people. I have a solution for you. Ditch all of those chemical filled products and grab something that's organic, natural, handmade, something that your family will thank you and your health will thank you. Make the switch today.
Great man, great dude. Seriously, click the link right down below if you're into great grooming products. 100% organic. You're gonna love it. Veteran owned, made in the USA. Everything you could ever want in that link in the description box. Oh, wild hair, sorry. And on top of that, there is a viewer exclusive discount code right down below for you. Abuse the crap out of it. All right. So I have been a Space Wolf player since 2nd edition. There's something about the lore. There's something about the way they do things. There's something about the way they really don't adhere to the Codex Astartes that just really appealed to me. Not to mention a bunch of space Vikings. All right. You know, give me Ragnar Lothbrok with a minigun. I'm down with it. But still, with 10th edition, or I should say 10.5, I have been really looking at that Stormlance Detachment. Fast-moving, hard-hitting, hit, fall back, hit, fall back, hit, fall back. I like that. I thought it was cool. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. That just speaks to me on so many levels about the Space Wolves. You know, like whether they're riding in on bikes, on the Thunderwolves. Remember, there are no wolves on Fenris. No wolves. There is just something about that spoke to me. So, with everything that I've been collecting, I sat down finally and made a 2,000 point list. And as some other videos you've seen on this channel, well, chronologically, okay, I'm looking at expanding it to 3,000 or swapping some things out and giving me some different options. I've already fiddled with this list a couple times, but this is the current list. So we got to start off right away with the Warlord, and that's Ragnar Blackmane. Look, the books, the lore, the everything, and starting in 2nd, he was basically the only wolf lord you had. So I've just been drawn to him. I love the fact that you can attach him to like some Blood Claws or some Grey Hunters, give him great upgrades. Boom, we're good there. Now, I've got 3 other character additions, but they go with units, so I'll get to them in a moment. I only really have one battle line unit, and that is a squad of intercessors. Now that I can actually call them intercessors instead of Grey Hunters because Logan Grimnar went, all right, Legion Breaker, we'll take calls, thanks. So I got a unit of 10 of them. The only biggest thing that I did was give them an upgrade with 2 Astartes grenade launchers because they can have them. I think they look cool. Boom, there we are. I got a unit of 10. Now, I did some fiddling around. Originally, I had 2 units of 3 Inceptors. You know, the big Gravis Armor jump pack mothers. One with the heavy bolters, the other with the plasma guns. But I cut those to the curb. And in their place, I put a Ballistic Dreadnought. I wanted something with a little bit of long-range touch, a little bit of anti-tank weaponry, something that gives me that upgrade on the battlefield. So, I got a Ballistic Dreadnought. No big deal. Keeping with the fast-moving Horde pack, I have a unit of 10 Fenrisian wolves. There's something about them that I'm like, okay, my outriders or my blood claws running into battle with the wolves howling. There's just something about the lore that appeals to me. Plus the fact I can put them in front of somebody and they're bullet catchers. It's not a big loss to me. So I got a unit of 10 Fenrisian wolves. Something to bring some heavy firepower to the game board, I went with a unit of 10 Hellblasters. Big plasma boys, we're going to screw some stuff up if we don't blow ourselves up by overcharging, right? So why not? A unit of 10 Hellblasters. Now, I have to admit, when I got my first Combat Patrol box for Space Wolves, I really was not hooked on those Invictor Warsuits. I thought they were really lame, really stupid, and it was a great throwback to Aliens? Yeah, the second one with the Colonial Marines and, Sigourney Weaver battling with the mom inside that big old walker suit. But after watching Play on Tabletop and watching TAC do some major damage with an Invictor Warsuit, boom, I've got one in my force. This one, I went with the Incendium Cannon, the flamethrower. Something about being able to go through cover just to burn people, that just speaks wolfy to me. It really does. So, an Invictor Warsuit. Now, I went with 2 Outrider squads. They only have 3 bikes and an ATV in each unit. One has the plasma gun, the other has, what did they call it? The Onslaught Gatling gun. Basically the minigun. There's just something about that. And somebody rolling around the battlefield going, popcorn's done. I like that. I may expand the bikes out as far as I can at a future point, but right now they're 2 good units, about 150 points a pop. Okay, you're going to get me some speed and some distraction on the sides, which I was looking at, just to get them going. So I got 2 of those. Now, one thing that spoke to me, Space Wolves. You've got to have Blood Claws. These are the guys who are just out of the camps. They passed their training, they passed everything. The Canis Helix has taken root, but they're still wild and feral and want to get in there and get at it. So, instead of just doing normal Blood Claws, speaking with the Stormlance, I went with Sky Claws. Jump Pack Blood Claws. But here's the twist for me. I really couldn't find the Firstborn Blood Claws. So I went with the Jump Pack Intercessors and did a whole bunch of converting on all, 16. Because in this unit, like I said earlier, there's a bit of a modification. I put a Wolf Guard leader with with Jump Pack. So there's a unit of 16 guys jumping at you. Kind of like it. I did go with the double plasma pistols for the boys. If you don't, everyone's got the chainsword and bolt pistols if you don't have the plasma pistols. The leader has a plasma pistol and a power fist because we are in the land of free war gear. So there's 3 plasma pistols jumping in. The Wolf Guard with Jump Pack, I gave him a power weapon and a storm shield because free upgrades. Why not? So the unit looks pretty good. You'll see full photos in another video. I'm going to show you everything painted. I am now 10 miniatures away after swapping and doing everything from having everything fully painted. I still need to assemble 6 figures, but we'll get there in a moment. So basically 15 Skyclaws with a Wolf Guard leader. I'm good. There's just something about, okay, you're doing this, guess what? Here's the Berserkers. Yeah, I really like how they all turned out. I really did. With various bits and parts from various 3D printed companies and everything else, each one of them has a distinct different look. While I know that some of them are holding 2-handed weapons and it's not what you see is what you get, there's just something about the overall rule of cool. Alright. Now, for my last 2 big units, gotta do it. I have 2 6-man strong Thunder Wolf Cavalry units. Both of them have a Wolf Guard leader on Thunderwolf attached to them. So we've got 7 in each unit, Thunderwolves barreling across the board, howling and screaming and coming at you. One of those units is not assembled because I'm still forcing myself to paint other stuff that I didn't want to paint for a long time. Now I've got to do it. Like, I give myself a reward system. Like, hey, you got that ATV done. Okay, you can come over here and paint this Custode. Oh, hey, look, you just got that Wolfguard leader done. You can come over here and paint this little mini Titan for Adeptus Titanicus. We've all been there, right? One of the units of Thunderwolf Cavalry has 3 bolt guns, 1 plasma pistol, 1 storm shield, because I can do it. I just put things on there thinking to myself, here we go, here we go, here we go, and not really being Codex compliant, but the rule of cool and how it looks. And yeah, basically like 1 bolt pistol. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to equip the other unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry, but I'm going to look into it a little bit more, see the bits that I have, and we're going to go from there. All of this tied up comes to 1,985 points according to Games Workshop's Army Builder. When version 10.5 came out, I lost 5 wolves off my original list, and I'm like, it's really not cool to have only 5 of these little guys who can just die in an autogun thing. So I kind of scrapped those, went other ways. Yeah, I've got plans for the future, because you've seen I've bought 2 land raiders. I've got a Primaris Executioner, a Gladiator. I've got big stuff that I can rotate in if need be. But for right now, that's my 2,000 point list. One of the Wolfguard guys may get an enhancement. I really want to look at it because there's one, I think it's about 10 points that I'm kind of looking at, but I'm not sure. So 1985 is not a bad 2,000 point list. Okay. I know. I didn't show any miniatures. Basically everything in the force is painted except for 3 bikes, 1 ATV with the assault cannon, and 6 Thunderwolf. Why do I keep saying Stormwolf? I know why, because I've been doing 3D stuff from other areas. But Thunderwolf Cav. So I've got a unit of 6 to paint, and a full unit of the Outriders to paint. And then everything is fully painted. I can't believe I'm saying that again. A fully painted 2,000 point force. Now granted, I can field much bigger fully painted if I mix in other stuff like Terminators and, you know, all kinds of other crap. But this is what I'm going with. Now, we're at the best part of the video. Seriously, this really truly is one of the best parts. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, anger. I really want to know, what do you think of this list so far? Could you make any additions? Could you make any subtractions? Would you give me any suggestions? This is why I'm coming to you guys. I know lists are not really sexy, but and we're kind of low budget here on the channel, so I don't have neat little graphics I can put on the screen and go, oh look, oh look, oh look, oh look, we're gonna do this, oh look. Sorry, one day maybe, but still, like I said, that's my list for now. What do you think of it? Give me your suggestions. Now, if I made you laugh, made you cringe, made you cry, made you do any of that, please hit that big old thumbs up. It's only going to help trigger that algorithm, which as a YouTuber is really, really important. Help a brother out. Give me a like. Help trigger the algorithm. It's going to show love and support for the channel, which is always appreciated. And on top of all that goodness, it's going to give you good karma. You put out good, you're going to get good back. But there we go, guys. My weird 2,000 point Stormlance Space Wolves list for now. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Hope you're having a great day today. Hope you're having a safe day today. And one day soon, Emperor willing, we'll be rolling dice across the tabletop.